Welcome to my presentation regarding the threat of facial recognition technology. First, I'd like to briefly introduce myself. My name is Anjali Mehta, and I'm a second year at the University of Virginia studying computer science engineering with a minor in data science. I'm personally very interested in public policy and its intersection with technology. Today, I would like to talk to you about the concerns that have arisen due to the rapid emergence of facial recognition technology. While this technology has its advantages, such as enhanced security and convenience, it also poses a significant threat to privacy, human rights, and civil liberties. One of the primary concerns with facial recognition technology is its potential for abuse by governments, corporations, or individuals. Authorities can use facial recognition technology to identify and track individuals without their consent, eroding away personal privacy rights. Additionally, the technology has the potential to be used as a tool for social control, particularly in authoritarian regimes. Another concern is the potential for facial recognition technology to perpetuate existing biases and discrimination. The algorithms used by FRT software have been found to be less accurate in identifying individuals with darker skin tones and women, which can lead to false identifications and wrongful arrests. This issue leads to unjust targeting and profiling of marginalized groups. The threat of facial recognition technology is relevant to several of the UN SDGs, particularly those related to human rights, equality, and innovation. The use of FRT can undermine these goals by enabling governments and other institutions to monitor individuals without their knowledge or consent, leading to a strain on individual freedoms and a sense of constant surveillance. Existing legislation, such as the BIPA and GDPR, can be used as a baseline when developing policy regulations regarding facial recognition technology. Some basic tenets to follow are requiring organizations to obtain informed consent, providing clear guidelines for the use of FRT, and ensuring reasonable data gathering. It is essential that the international community and members of the UN take action to address the issues caused by rapidly emerging facial recognition technology. Some possible recommendations include developing standards and regulations for the use of the technology, increasing public awareness about the risks and potential consequences of its use, promoting transparency and accountability in the development and deployment of facial recognition systems, and reworking algorithms to remove existing biases. Another possible recommended solution is to develop an expert panel regarding the use and research of FRT. In conclusion, regulation is essential to ensure that FRT is used ethically and responsibly. It is crucial for the United Nations to focus on this issue and take action to address the risks posed by facial recognition technology. We need to work towards a future where technology can be harnessed for good while ensuring that it does not infringe on our rights or contribute to societal inequality. Thank you so much for listening.
Artificial intelligence has the potential to advance or detract from the UN Sustainable Development Goals, particularly the health, education, and economic growth goals. Artificial intelligence is a growing field of technology that produces machines capable of consuming vast quantities of data, detecting patterns, and capable of human-like reasoning and judgment. If utilized properly, AI could improve accessibility and quality of healthcare across the globe. For example, AI is able to more accurately diagnose diseases based on symptoms and to predict seizures for those who have epilepsy. It can also reduce costs and wait time for low-income countries who do not have enough medical experts to meet the needs. AI can also increase education accessibility through personalized math and reading programs or by relieving teachers of mundane tasks such as grading worksheets so they can work face-to-face with the students more. Lastly, AI is predicted to double economic growth rates by 2035 through increasing labor productivity. It may help eliminate poverty in some countries by providing access to financial institutions such as loans and retirement plans, by helping farmers maximize their crop output, and speeding up the process of building low-income housing. However, all this good can only come if AI is not biased. Artificial intelligence bias occurs when AI produces misrepresentative or discriminatory recommendations or predictions. This occurs when AI is given datasets that underrepresent communities or reflect current and historic discrimination towards them. AI bias has the potential to magnify and automate existing inequalities of certain races, genders, disabilities, and other people groups. In healthcare, this is already apparent in the underdiagnosis of women and people of color by AI. Most medical studies are conducted on primarily Caucasian males, making them more prevalent in their symptoms in the healthcare datasets used by AI. In education, AI predictions overestimated the graduation rates of white students and underestimated those of Latinx students. Another example is the grading examples fed to AI may reflect the racial bias of teachers and unfairly penalize already disadvantaged students. Lastly, economic growth from AI may not be equitable. For example, AI has been proven to discriminate against women in resume reviews during hiring processes. Artificial intelligence may further marginalize groups in an effort to grow the economy as efficiently as possible. Although there is no one solution, the UN should work with other international groups to establish best practices in AI development and create accountability and transparency. Additionally, the UN can begin assembling clean, high-quality, ethically collected, and transparent data sets with which companies can train their AI on. The UN needs to be at the forefront of tackling artificial intelligence bias, as well as harnessing its powers to advance the Sustainable Development Goals.
Hello, my name is Katya Klinova. I'm the head of the Labor and Economy program at the Partnership on AI, or PEI. 3 years ago, I brought together a multi-stakeholder steering committee consisting of labor advocates, technologists, academic economists, and human rights experts and started the AI and Shared Prosperity Initiative. This June, the initiative will release the Shared Prosperity Guidelines, a practical method for ensuring that AI is used to improve job quality and job access around the world and is steered clear of exacerbating economic inequality. The guidelines consist of 2 parts. The first part is a high-level job impact assessment tool that allows any interested stakeholders to evaluate the risks and opportunities presented by a given AI system to shared prosperity. The second part is a set of responsible practices that organizations can adopt to maximize their chances of advancing shared prosperity with AI. The lessons we learned while building the guidelines are summarized in our brief, which you can find in full on the UN STI Forum's website. In this video, we'll highlight a couple of those lessons. The diversity of expertise represented on the steering committee ensured the relevance of the guidelines to a variety of use cases. In developing the guidelines, we have also relied on the expertise and lived experiences of frontline workers interacting with AI in their day-to-day. I'll turn it over to Stephanie to talk about that.
Thanks, Katya. Hi, my name is Stephanie Bell. I'm a senior research scientist with the Partnership on AI. Under the guidance of the Multi-Stakeholder Steering Committee described by Katya, I conducted research with frontline workers around the world to understand how the use of AI in their workplaces affects their job quality. We learned from call center workers in India, data annotators in sub-Saharan Africa, whose work is essential to building and training artificial intelligence systems, and warehouse workers in the United States. The main themes of this report are on the screen. You can learn more by visiting the URL. As we discussed in our brief, our steering committee illustrated the importance of swiftly forming multi-stakeholder groups around frontier technologies to explore the contours of potential problems as well as their solutions. The inclusion of representatives from affected communities, in our case, unions and worker organizations, ensured that the group's work addressed emerging and likely issues faced by those directly affected by technological change. At the same time, drawing on the expertise of those building these technologies allowed us to stay relevant to industry practices and norms. It also showed how transnational multi-stakeholder groups can work towards solutions for issues that transcend borders and corporate structures. AI's impacts on workers and labor markets are global, and few affected workers are directly employed by the companies that create artificial intelligence. The International Multi-Stakeholder Steering Committee was able to surface paths for action to avert, mitigate, or remediate harms alongside national regulatory efforts. Thanks, Katya. Back to you.
PEI's Shared Prosperity Guidelines will be available publicly in a few weeks. You can sign up to receive them in your inbox and get involved in this work at partnershiponai.org/shared-prosperity. Please do get in touch if you're interested in helping us test, refine, and advance the adoption of the Shared Prosperity Guidelines. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Valentine Goddard. I'm the founder and executive director of AI Impact Alliance. AI Impact Alliance's expert group, international members from different countries came together to discuss important implications at the nexus of gender equality in the environment and digital economies last fall during the AI and Social Mission Conference. And it's an honor today to share on their behalf some of our findings and some of the recommendations and actionable areas that we have identified together. So allow me to share my screen and we can look at those together. So you will find in the information that's provided by the UN a link to this policy brief, and that lies at the intersection of AI, gender equality, and climate management, as well as critical implications for the women, peace, and security agenda. This is particularly true when it comes to deployment of AI systems in natural resource management sectors such as fishing, agriculture, energy, mining, and other extractive industries. The absence of women from consequential decision-making in the social technical pipeline of AI systems significantly impacts their intended use and leads to biased outputs technically and socially, and to unequitable distribution of benefits that AI can bring. We propose in this brief 11 actionable recommendations for SDG-oriented and can inform cyber diplomacy, digital economy partnerships that are taking shape or strengthening those and adapting them to digital economies. These recommendations aim to seize the opportunities presented by AI while mitigating risks and contributing to shaping SDG-oriented AI solutions and partnerships. They include 3 zones: the solution design responsibility loop, the resource ownership and SDG-oriented governance, and foreign policy and climate security implications. Before I move on to the detailed presentation of the 11 recommendations, I wanted to go over with you some of the just general principles that encompass all of these recommendations. The goal is to prevent new forms of exclusion and inequity. It is important to investigate gender disparities and limitations to decisional powers in the AI value chain. This includes the choice of use and design of AI systems, as well as gender-aware regulatory innovation mechanisms, ensuring that women are part of regulatory innovation, and funding policies to support women-led initiatives. Gender-blind AI strategies in natural resources and extractive industries will lead to a deepening of global socio-economic gaps and polarization, posing national security risks to all nations, as AI's geopolitical implications are disrupting the old order of territorial integrity. We believe that all levels of government should adopt a gender-aware sectoral strategy that incentivizes a sustainable co-governance of natural resource data. Furthermore, AI and digital economy policies must consider the protection and promotion of decisional power across AI value chains with gender equity, intersectionality, and reconciliation with indigenous peoples as a priority. This will facilitate equitable trade opportunities and shared resources. Therefore, we recommend the following: address preconceived notions and definitions of natural resource management. Being a farmer in 2023 is not the same thing. Adopt a multidisciplinary approach to AI design and deployment. Respect and weave in indigenous AI data protocols into the value chains for AI systems while promoting traditional matriarchal models of knowledge and environmental protection. I'm going to skip the middle ones and go straight to the end so that this video remains nice and short, but please do have a look at the explanation, the context and statistics, as well as a number of references in the document. Thank you very much.
Artificial intelligence is no longer just a fascination of the future. It is here and now, and its impact on society is growing at an unprecedented rate. As we continue to witness advancements in AI, it is important that we examine how this technology aligns with the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations. Our team at the Colombian Society of Physics Engineering recently conducted a scientometrics analysis of the IEEE Explore database from 2000 to 2019. Through this research, we examined the alignment between science and technology agendas, artificial intelligence engineering research, and the Sustainable Development Goals. The results were fascinating, and we think that they have crucial implications for policymakers and stakeholders. We answered 3 critical questions. 1. To what extent is AI related to SDGs? 2. Which core subjects of AI are connected to an emerging interest in sustainable development? And 3. To what extent does AI stimulate collaboration between regions of the world? Through our analysis, we found that 1. The current extent to which AI engineering research papers address the SDGs is small, ranging from 20 to 25%. 2. However, the growth of AI engineering research related to the SDGs is higher than average. We found promising connections between AI and SDGs in subjects like machine learning, text mining, and big data. 3. SDG-related engineering research is highly concentrated in specific venues. 4. We also found that intercontinental collaboration was limited, leaving opportunities for researchers from different regions to work together and develop solutions for the SDGs. Our policy reflection suggests 3 crucial steps. Strategically funding AI engineering research for the SDGs, supporting the creation of specialized journals and other media for engineers to anticipate and evaluate the societal impact of their research, and supporting intercontinental and regional networks for AI research impacting the SDGs. Let's continue working together to ensure that AI technologies are developed and applied in ways that support the Sustainable Development Goals and create a better future for all. Thank you for your attention, and please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or would like to discuss this research further.